Good morning. You're watching our after show today, an AZ after show here.
Yes.
Gosh, it's already Thursday, guys.
I know. I can't believe it's Thursday.
Hi, Cindy.
Okay, two names for Thursday.
What?
The Eve of Friday or Baby Friday. Yeah? Wow, now you're getting Hispanic on me.
You said Baby Friday?
Yeah?
Baby Friday.
It's Baby
Okay.
Friday.
Yeah.
That's Jimmy, Mike, myself, Vanessa. We're hanging out with you on this Baby Friday.
Baby Friday.
Guilty as charged. Hey, how come we got the lady on the side? Let's put the lady in the middle.
I know. I was going to
okay.
say, she's our moderator, and
Come on.
Sorry.
let's
There we go.
reposition ourselves.
Very nice.
Okay, so today we are asking you on our Facebook question here, should fast food restaurants get rid of gender-specific toys? Let us know your thoughts in the comments for our Today in AZ after show.
Yeah.
So we were talking about this earlier.
Exciting stuff.
You said
debate.
you're fine with it as a parent.
I mean, yeah, because I have 3 kids, and age ranges from 6, 15 to 17, and all have been through the McDonald's, Burger King / every fast food restaurant line. And I mean, I've had times where my kids get the toy and it's the wrong one, and it's like, wait a minute, I want the boy toy, or I want the girl toy. So
My daughter gets the pink pony.
exactly. So I mean, and I think early on, I mean, there's times my son doesn't mind the girl
And my son
toy.
gets a dinosaur.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with gender-specific toys, but I mean, I get the argument though. Not to, sound like a politician, but I do get the argument that we all want to be inclusive, and we want to make kids feel special and not different. But at the same time, if a kid wants a toy that's a boy toy and he's a boy, or a girl and she's a girl. But I also think there's nothing wrong if a boy wants a girl toy,
Right.
or vice versa. There's nothing wrong with any of it.
I agree. Now, if this was 1960, I wouldn't be agreeing with you right now.
That was a different
I'll say
age.
it. That was a lot different thinking back then. But yeah, I think we're all, we're all different, and there's nothing wrong, If a guy wants to, God, you know what? When I was playing football, we got into this pink phase. Like we used to
Really?
we'd wear like hot pink socks because there was nothing better than wearing hot pink
Really?
socks and
Right.
dropping some dude when you're on defense and saying, hey, you just got dropped by a guy wearing pink socks.
And you're wearing like a hot pink shirt now.
Yeah, I am.
Don't be trying to
You know
drop
what? This a few years ago would have been kind of interesting.
Yeah, they would.
What do you mean? What's with the pink? Is there
You're
some...
like, it's salmon.
Yeah, now
I
it's
feel like pink is more pink is way more accepted.
Yeah,
though,
and you
for
have it in
guys.
your tie.
Yeah, so I've got pink all over. I love wearing pink.
yeah.
Okay, so the whole reason we're talking about this, because that's trending this morning, separate toys for boys and girls at fast food restaurants. It could be going away, so that might actually happen. If it does, you'll have Michigan's House of Representatives to thank for it or blame. Michigan is asking fast food chains to stop gender classifications of kids' meal toys, so that's why we were asking you. So this isn't a new debate. Back in 2016, a petition asked McDonald's to stop promoting gender stereotypes in its Happy Meals. So that's why we asked you today. What do you think? Okay, so a few people have chimed in this morning, and let's see. Carrie said the toys are a way of having kids pester parents to take them out there. McDonald's isn't dumb. Okay.
That's true.
Laura said it's not that hard. Just ask for the toy that they want.
Like hot pink socks.
Whoa.
There's nothing better than
Let's see. Hannah said, yes, it's ridiculous to have gendered toys. Just let kids play with whatever toys they want. It really doesn't matter what gender the toy is. And honestly, the child won't know the difference unless the parents make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, I think that's key too. But we're getting a lot of answers.
Do you guys
a lot
think
of
that
good ones.
there's like bigger issues that these politicians could be working on instead of this?
This is true. I do like this. Carrie
Promoting
Nez
fast
Edgewater
food?
says, should news channels stop having gender-specific hosts? Well,
That's a good question because a lot of stations, they want to go man woman.
Yeah.
My station in San Diego was one of the first major markets in the country to have 2 female lead anchors.
Lead anchor.
And they were the #1 show for years. Carol LeBeau and
I know, because who wants to look at our
And Kimberly
mugs?
Hunt.
I mean, really?
Carol
Hey,
LeBeau
on
and
Monday
Kimberly
we
Hunt.
had an all-ladies show.
Yeah.
It was all of
But
us.
back in the day, man, that you
If
got to
it
have
gets
a
the
man-
ratings, the managers are going to do it. That's what it's all about.
It was fine for us. We all got along. We all laughed.
So are
Everybody
you
was
saying
happy.
you don't get along with the guys?
There might be one person that we bump heads a little bit. He's not here right now.
Does he have a beard?
Oh, he does.
I think it's good to have, on TV, a male perspective and a female
Yeah,
perspective.
for sure.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
Let's see what else we have. Lots of people are chiming in this morning. Sharon just said no. And then Rebecca said, I don't know, but if my son wanted a pink pony, he can have it. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm all, I don't mind that. My son likes dolls every night.
I think there was a fear years ago, that if you gave a child a certain type of toy, it could push them in towards a certain way of thinking to a different gender. If you gave your son a pink purse, maybe that would push him to wanting to wear a dress. I think people are who they are, and sometimes they're just toys. And sometimes somebody just wants, a certain toy.
And I think people are just more open-minded these days.
Yes,
I think certainly not everybody, but I don't think there's anything wrong with a boy playing with a girl's toy or a girl
it's a
playing with
Happy
a boy.
Meal.
Exactly.
Whatever,
And a lot of the kids don't even identify it. I remember when my kids were 2 and 3, they didn't really
you would just
know the
give them
difference.
whatever.
Yeah, by the time I think by the time they get to like 4, 5, 6, no doubt. They kind of have that gender identity role.
But it's kind of like it's the law telling a private business what they should or shouldn't do. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't like that part of it because I think the government should stay out of it in that capacity.
What if they say, hey, if McDonald's, it shouldn't be serving hamburgers anymore because they're bad for you? So the government gets involved in that, and then maybe the government's,
Yeah, now if it's violating rights in some capacity, I can see that, but. If it's hurting feelings, that's a whole nother thing.
And you know what? I don't think there's any McDonald's that right now that you couldn't say, hey, you know what? My daughter wants the red dinosaur instead of the pink pony. Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to.
Yeah, they're just
no
like, okay,
problem.
here it is.
It's not like, it's against our
policy. We have tons of people commenting. So Patricia said, OMG, laugh out loud. No, things are way out of control now. Brooke said, who cares? Everybody gets so bent out of shape. Megan says, seriously, let's get rid of gender-specific clothes, names, hygiene products, and everything else that let us know whether it's a man or a woman. Okay. Brian said, just stop. Linda said, no, enough is enough. So, everybody's really...
That's true. Do you think we should all just, wear jeans and shave our heads bald and wear black T-shirts?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like almost in this day and age. I was listening to Representative David, I think it's Schweikert. He was talking about our Congressman Ed Pastor, who passed away a couple of days ago, and Congressman Pastor had a real sense of humor, and he was sort of an old school congressman with a great sense of humor, but it's like he was making the point that in this day and age, it's already, everybody's, you just can't have a sense of humor. Everything's PC. You can't say anything funny. Everybody's got to be the same. Everybody's got to be special. I don't know. We kind of grew up in that era, especially me and you, Jimmy. Our coaches never, they didn't tell us we were special all the time.
No.
They got on us, run some laps, or, I know corporal punishment. We all grew up with some Hispanic blood here. Like my grandmother, she'd lay the cinturón on you, the belt. I'm telling, like corporal punishment.
You turned out good.
Was real. She'd get over here. I'm hitting you because I love you. I'm like, where's the love in this, Grandma? You're going to thank me later.
Yeah.
So, no, and I thank her, because there was consequences and things like that. I know I'm getting off on a whole nother tangent.
Yeah, that was another segment we talked about.
We did talk about that one.
But...
It's okay. But today we're talking about, should fast food restaurants get rid of gender-specific toys? We have tons of people chiming in. Vanessa said it's never the kids who care. It's always the adults, and I think that messes with the kids' head. They don't even know the difference.
Yeah.
So when they're younger.
Exactly.
And Michelle said, OMG, seriously? No, there's 2 options to be a boy or a girl. Then let's see. Michael said exactly so right, and there's tons of people. Camry said gender-specific toys don't have to do with how many genders there are. It means a toy that a boy or a girl would be able to play with. It's not pink, blue, tutu, or a G.I. Joe.
Right, and I think we have to be accepting if a boy likes to play with girl toys. That is okay, and vice versa.
Yeah, and I think it is getting to the point where people really don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's it. As long as you're not hurting me.
Right, exactly.
Or pushing your views on me.
So Spencer said...
Why not? You know what? Let's live in a peaceful society.
She said, or they said, I have had a fast food employee ask my son if he was sure he wanted a pony instead of a car. So whatever they ask for, just give it to them if they want to play with it.
At the end of the day, it's a toy. These are first world problems.
You know what I think? I think they ought to... Well, never mind.
And and then here's another side. Brian said, this is a joke. There are boys and there are girls. My son will not play with a pink Barbie. His choice, not mine. And my daughter doesn't want a Hot Wheel.
then that's fine.
And again,
nothing wrong with that.
Like we said, we're leaving it up to the kids.
It's his choice.
Yeah.
You know, everybody is the way they are, and you have to be accepting of that.
Yeah.
No question about that.
Oh, Roni makes a good point. It is a Happy Meal, soon to be called an unhappy meal, because they're making this a big deal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's been going on for so long, right?
I think McDonald's can do whatever they want. I think these lawmakers need to focus on the homeless.
Or even, Burger King, all the fast food
on the economy, on jobs. I don't, there's bigger fish to fry.
That's true.
Yeah, to that point, the Michigan legislature is taking up this. And apparently they took it up in 2016. So you do wonder, aren't there other things to tackle?
Yeah, way bigger things to tackle than this.
I know they've got some
if you disagree, let us know. Maybe you've been affected by this and you're like, you know what, Jimmy, you're wrong. You're wrong, which I'm not. But you're like, hey, you're wrong, and this is my point, because we'll get it on. Let us know.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we have so many. I don't even know if
keep reading it. Go.
And before we put this topic on, I was like, wow, this is going to get a lot of response.
Yeah, so Juanita says, I think that any toy, no matter what color, should be both gender, no matter what. Okay.
Okay, good.
Let's see. Debbie said, just give coloring books and crayons. Keep it simple. But then what type of coloring
exactly.
book?
Did they get the little boy the one with the flowers or the one with the dinosaurs?
I mean, I think what we should see more of, and this was the Barbie debate. Remember many years ago when there were no African-American Barbies, and it was only a white Barbie, and is this the image of what a beautiful girl is? Or I know some of the Barbie dolls, I mean, they're thin girls.
Yeah, they said to be the real dimensions of a real Barbie, you'd have to be 9 foot tall.
To me, I think that's more important, because I think in this society with bullying and how mean kids can be, especially with sizes, and because we're all different shapes and sizes. I know growing up I was heavy, so I mean as a kid I remember getting bullied for being a little chunky, had a big old butt. No doubt I was known for my booty.
Okay.
So so to me it's more about not so much what gender it is, but sort of because we're all these different types of people. We're brown, we're black, we're white. Why don't we have some more variety in that regard? More in the sense than whatever gender it is. So. Yeah. Man, I'm going off on way too many tangents.
Different stuff.
This is good thinking.
We're just sharing. So Lindsay said, OMG, there are only 2 genders, male and female. Treat them as such. They will tell you otherwise. This country is ridiculous. These are her words, by the way. I'm just sharing what everybody said. Heather said, Jimmy's correct. Way better issues for government to be concerned with.
Thanks, Heather.
And then when somebody brought up the crayons, it said, then you'll have to worry about what color crayon that you give them.
Yeah. Boys don't get pink crayons, sir.
No, it opens a whole
blue one. I got a blue crayon for you.
But yeah,
but you can take this to every level. You can argue everything.
Because like you were saying, it's kind of like you open the door to one, then where does it go? It's like this never-ending maze.
Pandora doesn't go back in her box.
No, and at what point did we have to make everybody happy? But I don't know.
Well, like a lot of people are saying, Laura said bigger fish to fry. Spot on. Cindy said it all needs to stop. Let the kids choose without being a big deal.
See, that's what I like. Because my son, admittedly, my 6-year-old son Tyler, he likes girl toys at times. So, we'll go to Walmart.
Nothing wrong with that.
He'll get a Barbie.
That's fine.
But we don't question him like, but there's times he gets a boy toy too.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm not worried about however he turns out. And and if he turns out a certain way, who cares?
Yep.
That's the person.
You raise them with love, and then they make their decision.
So, and as a matter of fact, my son-in-law, he played with Barbies growing up, and they still clown him a little bit about it. But it's not like anything happened.
Oh my gosh! So Robbie says you are still born a boy or a girl. It's going away. This gender thing is getting out of control. A boy or a man should not be using a female restroom. That's another thing that's come up a lot.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
We're not going to touch that.
I don't want to touch that.
Nope.
That's a whole different ball game.
And then Linda said, toys are toys. Toys are not gender specific. People are.
Yes. Yeah, so there's been a lot of good arguments. And it does open Pandora's box.
I think everyone's kind of on the same page.
Yeah,
the majority of everyone's like,
what? There's other things to worry about. Like Kara said, people have too much time on their hands. Spend time curing cancer or helping the needy instead of worrying about this. I do agree with you there.
Bigger issues.
Yeah.
Much bigger.
Okay, so people are still chiming in, but it's time for our In Case You Missed It moment. And we were missing this guy a little bit on the morning show. He's been filling in for nights, so here you go.
Who's this?
As you may have noticed here, though, Paul has been MIA this week. Too long in the sauna. Do not fear, he'll be back next week on Today in AZ with that beard. But for now, he's working nightside.
Yeah, which means one thing to us, more sleep. Here's Paul to rub it in.
Good morning, guys. I've missed every single one of you while I've been filling in for Mark Curtis this week. But don't worry, there are a lot of good things about working nightside and not just sleeping in. So I'm going to count down the top 5 nightside perks. Number 5, I can eat soup at work, and it's totally not weird to do so. Nightside perk number 4, Caribe Divine.
Hey, Paul, you want to come look at this picture of my kid?
Nope, I got stuff to do. Nightside perk number 3, Spirited Debate.
You're always wrong. I don't get it. You're always wrong about things. You say in Texas,
you know what? You're wrong, and you're wrong.
No, stop it.
Nightside perk number 2, Bram Resnick in sunglasses.
You know, Paul, the morning is so bright, I gotta wear shades.
And the number 1 nightside perk, getting a chance to work out. Let's do cardio. Yeah! That's going way faster than I thought.
That really happened. And you know why? Because he doesn't get on that treadmill.
So he posted a picture later of his bleeding knee.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, that's what you get for trying to be funny, Paul.
Yeah.
Well, he anchored the 4 with us yesterday. Have you seen how freakishly flexible he is? He like put his leg like up to his head.
I don't even want to know, actually.
It was a little weird, but at the same time impressive.
You know where he does that? In the sauna. Yeah, that's what it is, you know.
No, so he's obviously got a lot of sleep to be that flexible.
I feel like I learn more about him when he's away.
Yeah. Well, because normally he's got a little mood in the morning. When he gets some sleep,
he's
a whole different person.
No, he was in a great mood. Yeah, we had a whole lot of fun on the 4 because it's a fun show. But yeah, he pulled out this move. And I was like, ooh, Paul. He's like, now we know something about you. I mean, freakishly flexible.
The things we miss on the 4 o'clock.
Yes.
And we also know that he can't run on the treadmill.
Apparently not. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Wow, so I can't believe he really hurt himself on that treadmill.
No, apparently so. So I think he posted on Twitter his knee.
Yeah, and it was cut. So when we see him on our Tuesday, he's gonna have a Band-Aid.
But you guys got to have him demonstrate how he takes his leg and puts it up to his head.
But why did that even come up?
I don't even know why. I can't even remember why it came up.
Did he have an itch?
No, I honestly, I don't even remember because I was so shocked that he was able to put his leg like up to his head, and I'm still in shock.
I think he's missing a few vertebrae. That's why he can do it.
Maybe that's what it is.
He can get because he doesn't have those back bones.
And it's actually really impressive because he did it in a full suit, and Tram and I were both like, Paul.
He didn't even rip his suit?
Had there been a tear in the suit, that would have been a horror movie you could never get out of your.
No. No, I was impressed, and then walked off the set.
So like flexibility.
Emma said, we learned so many things about Paul when he's on Nightside.
Yeah, it was good.
He should be on Nightside. It was
fun.
Yeah, so we could learn more about him.
All right, guys, we thank you so much for joining us today. People are still chiming in, leaving lots of comments and messages in regards to our topic, where should fast food restaurants get rid of gender-specific toys? A lot of you have a lot to say, so continue with the comments. We will chime in when we are off air, and then we'll be back here again tomorrow.
Or should we get rid of fast food restaurants?
No.
Ooh,
we like burgers.
That's another sticky one to talk about. All right, guys, we'll be back here for Friday. What's Friday? Just Friday?
Friday's great, man.
Friday.
We're good to go. First day of the weekend. We got rain, snow tomorrow. I'll be here in the Weather Center. Vanessa with traffic. Mike, you in?
Yeah, I'm
done.
Viernes.
Boom. That's it.